If you want to please all women, you'll lose your soul. If you want them to desire you, you first have to learn not to care. Welcome to the channel. Here, we're not chasing love, we demand respect. You're about to discover the raw truth. Why women get attached to the man who knows how to say no, how to set iron boundaries, and above all, how to become emotionally untouchable. A wall, a rock, a legend. Subscribe now if you want to embody a man nothing can control. Turn on the notifications so you never again become an emotional doormat. And tell me in the comments, have you ever lost yourself trying to please? Say it. You've got nothing left to prove. The rare man isn't the one who pleases everyone. He's the one no one can break. Now, let's begin. A man who doesn't know how to say no is a slave without realizing it. That's a truth Marcus Aurelius never stopped repeating. And it's more real today than ever. You want to know what truly drives a woman crazy about a man? It's not your money, your abs, or even your ability to drop a slick punchline on TikTok. What irresistibly attracts her is your ability to set firm, unshakable boundaries, without batting an eye. The man who says no, who doesn't bend, who lives by his own rules and not someone else's, isn't just a man. He's a force. That's not light entertainment. It's tension that turns up the heat. Look closer. A woman constantly tests, not out of malice, but because she wants to see how far she can push you without breaking you. If you say yes to everything, you stop being a man in her eyes. You become a servant, a useful tool without flavor, without desire. Picture this. She texts you late at night, around 10 p.m., saying, "I'm hungry, come bring me sushi." If you reply, "Okay, I'm on my way," you just signed yourself into the useful but not desirable category. But if you calmly reply, without flinching, "I'm in bed. I'll see you tomorrow if you want," in that exact moment, you create a palpable sexual tension. No is a powerful trigger. It creates polarity and turns up the temperature. As Seneca said, "Pleasure without discipline is weakness." Saying no is not an invitation to debate. It's not a negotiation. It's a firm decision, a boundary that's set in stone. If she tries to access your phone, for example, as many do to test your transparency or your level of trust, your answer must be clear and unshakable. Never. My phone is my fortress. You don't elaborate. You don't justify anything. You look her straight in the eyes, calm, firm, and let her know you'd rather lose her than betray yourself. That paradox is powerful. The more you impose yourself like this, the more she becomes attached, and the less she feels she can control you, because in you, she sees a rock, a rare stability in a shifting world. As Plutarch said, the true greatness consists in being master of oneself. Going further means refusing to chase attention at all costs. Picture this. You don't answer her calls or texts for 2 full days because you have a full life. Fuller than a Sheen sale cart. She's not just going to forget about you. She'll start thinking, imagining what you're doing, fantasizing about your rarity. Men who are available 24/7 become emotional teddy bears, comforting but not desired. Men who disappear to work, to train, to build their empire. They become mysteries women want to solve, irresistible enigmas to conquer. As this form of brutal stoicism sums it up, the man who controls his time is the man women try to capture, and sometimes dare to say no to sex, something most men can't bring themselves to do. When she asks, "Are you coming to sleep over tonight?" and you calmly explain that you have early training tomorrow, that you have priorities bigger than immediate pleasure, her brain will literally short-circuit. It's counterintuitive, but it's a power move. Refusing what most men beg for places her on a pedestal she's not used to being removed from. Never forget the adapted wisdom of Epictetus. The wise man does not shun pleasure. He simply chooses not to be its slave. That's a demonstration of strength, not rigidity. In the same vein, never give in to her tears, her silent treatments, or her complaints. Those are weapons, the last bullets in a kind of soft manipulation. In those moments, remain stoic, unshakable. The man who weathers the storm. If she says, "You don't understand me," you can answer without hesitation. "Maybe, but I won't change just to be more understandable. I am who I am." That stance is what will earn her genuine respect. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In short, women deeply desire a man who chooses himself before he chooses them. A leader who embodies with calm and a touch of arrogance self-mastery, channeled chaos, order in a turbulent sea. They are not looking for a nice guy or a hopeless romantic, but for a man who sets the law. Set your boundaries and you'll see. She will test you harder, desire you more intensely, respect you more deeply, and follow you further. Never forget this truth. Set your boundaries or you'll become the doormat for her emotions. Do you want to be loved or do you want to be desired? Because a man who is loved without respect is already dead. Beyond that, never bargain with desire or with her tests. You don't need her to love you. You need her to understand that your love for your mission comes above all else. Here, integrity comes first. Walk your path without ever bending the knee. The more unwavering you are, the more she holds on, because what you embody is rare, untamed inner power, silent authority, a man who is needed yet cannot be owned. She will try to make you bend emotionally, through tears, silence, or reproach. She may say, "You don't talk to me anymore." Be clear and calm. "I don't speak when I'm angry. Come back when you're ready to talk peacefully." That is the true arrogance of calm. You remain the pillar, the safe harbor, the unmoving stability when everything collapses around you. Whether the storm comes from her or from the world, you are the rock. If you want to be a desirable man, be the pillar when everything falls, even her. Never compromise yourself just to keep a woman. Many men fall into this trap, lying, adapting, bowing down so they won't lose her. But a woman can always sense the man who sacrifices everyone but himself. And it's that man she chases, the one who chooses himself at all costs, even if it makes her cry. Losing a woman should never scare you. Losing yourself for her should. Hold your line. If she leaves, she didn't deserve your world. If she stays, it will be on your terms, not the other way around. Intimacy should always be treated as a reward, never as something owed. Be the one who chooses, who refuses, who sets the conditions. Make it clear to her that it's not her body that interests you, but her calm, her loyalty, her ability to be an asset. Otherwise, she's just a moment, a distraction, not a direction. The stoic man is that rare prize that must be earned. I can't emphasize enough the importance of never selling yourself short or over-explaining. The stoic style asserts itself. It doesn't try to convince. It acts, lives, and creates an aura through silence and posture alone. When you walk into a room, your presence speaks for you. People sense you know where you're headed and what you're worth. You know how to say no, even to the most beautiful or persistent person. The man who can say no to what everyone wants is the one everyone fears and every woman desires. Finally, show you're always ready to lose her. A woman will respect a man who, every time she crosses a line, calmly reminds her he can walk away. Real power lies in accepted absence, in the ability to say, "Do it, I'm not your prisoner." Freedom attracts, neediness repels. Ultimately, women don't fall for your body, they fall for your boundaries. You want their love? Set rules, say no, Choose yourself and withstand her tests. Don't try to convince her. In the face of drama, stay silent. In the face of chaos, take action. Faced with disrespect, leave. That's the man she can't forget. As the Stoic saying goes, a man is a living boundary. A woman who wants to love him must learn not to cross it. From the very first date, you set the framework. You choose the time, the place, the pace. Don't ask, when are you free? That reeks of uncertainty. Say calmly, I'm free Thursday at 7 p.m. I'll be at this bar I like. If you want, come. That's inviting her into your world, not the other way around. She instantly recognizes you're different, that you don't beg, that you hold the power. When it comes to physical contact, never be the one who grabs, but the one who allows. Don't touch her without reason. Don't ever force it. Watch her body language. Feel the moment. If she brushes against you, stand tall. Even lean away a bit. Let her ache to touch you. That's where desire is born. If she asks why you're not touchy, simply reply, I only do it when I genuinely feel like it, not to fill a gap or break the silence. Desire comes from your self-control, never your submission. When she provokes you, throws a shit test, or teases you, never play the reassuring or apologetic guy. For example, if she says, you talk to a lot of girls, huh? Answer calmly with a slight smile. Do you need to know, or are you afraid you can't measure up? Silence. Dilated pupils. She's destabilized. You've just taken emotional control without moving an inch. As Marcus Aurelius said, if someone does what is harmful, it is against themselves that they act. You remain the master of the situation. Always end the meeting first. Even if the evening is going well, glance at the time, smile, and say calmly, I'm gonna head out. I have a busy day tomorrow. This was nice. You stand up, you don't ask for anything, you don't leave any hooks. That empty space you leave behind will haunt her for a long time. Because women never forget the man who leaves with calm and dignity. They forget the ones who overstay, begging for more. Even before a one-night stand, set the bar high. If you're looking for something casual, say it. If you want something serious, say that too. But always set the condition. I'm demanding, I'm looking for peace, order, and respect. If you bring chaos, no matter how beautiful, it's over. You want her hooked? Remind her she's replaceable, not indispensable. After the first date, let absence do the work. Don't text. Don't like her posts. Don't check in about her day. Cut the communication cold as if nothing happened. Then the space you leave will do the work for you. Either she comes back, drawn in by your conditions, or she disappears. Either way, you don't care. You didn't build your empire to chase after a fantasy. You don't have to be perfect, but you must be solid. You embody a standard, deep respect for yourself. The man who sets boundaries is rare. The man who keeps them is legendary. The man who enforces them with calm becomes an irresistible addiction. Remember, be rare, not perfect. Be solid, not cute. Be calm, not nice. Sometimes you'll run into those toxic women who want to drain your value and pull you into their chaotic world. You've got the drama queen who turns every disagreement into a crisis, every silence into a war. She craves chaos, a constant emotional roller coaster. With her, your only weapon is unshakable calm. You look her in the eye, right in the middle of her storm, and say, when you're done with your theatrics, we can talk. Then you turn on your heel, no yelling, no arguing, and leave a silence heavy enough to make her feel it. There's the princess of ingratitude, who takes without ever saying thank you, who thinks it's perfectly normal for you to do things for her. That's where you stop. You withdraw everything overnight and watch what happens. If she reacts, you take back the power. If not, you let her go. Everything you tolerate, you teach. It's a simple, effective principle. The jealous controller wants to own you digitally, your phone, your passwords, your location. Don't give in. I control my life, not the other way around. If you don't trust me, that's your problem, not mine. Your freedom is never up for negotiation. As Epictetus said, don't wish for events to happen as you want, wish for them to happen as they do, and you will be happy. Never doubt yourself because of her. Then there's the ghost woman. She replies when it suits her, ignores you for no reason, comes back when she's bored. She's not a partner. You block every channel permanently and never respond again. The Stoic man is never a backup option. He is either the priority or he's unattainable. And finally, the insta-validation girl, obsessed with likes, views, and comments. When you lay out the cold line, I'm not here to make content. Either you're with me or you're with your followers. You leave her to her followers in that digital world. She'll have to choose. The psychosurgeon tries to cut you off from your friends, your family, your sport, your work. She's trying to own you. Here, you draw the line once and only once. I don't accept cutting my ties. I grow. I don't shrink my social circle. If she keeps pushing, she's gone. Your freedom comes first. Then there's the too beautiful to make an effort woman. She believes her looks are enough, neglecting listening, support, and small gestures. You stop her cold. You're pretty packaging with no substance. I want a partner, not a display. In all these cases, your emotional dominance is simple, calm, clear boundaries, and withdrawal of your energy when needed. You don't yell, you don't beg, you don't chase. You become a mystery, a standard that only women capable of respect can approach. To go even further and trigger deep emotional attachment without ever losing your center, absence is your greatest weapon. Don't be too available. Don't respond too quickly. Don't give everything away in the first week. Let her get used to your absence. Create empty spaces where she thinks, imagines, fantasizes, where you haunt her thoughts even when you're not around. This calculated distance breeds addiction. As Seneca said, nature has given us one tongue and two ears so that we may listen more than we speak. Never be her therapist or her overly empathetic confidant. Be the cold mirror. When she shares her fears or pains, don't dismiss them and don't comfort her like a nanny. Simply say, I understand, and you're going to have to handle it like an adult. Validation without absorption. She'll cry, she'll get frustrated, but she will come back, drawn to your unshakable stability. Be unpredictable. One day tender, warm, and attentive. The next cold, distant, and busy. That paradoxical switch creates a soft madness, an emotional ride she never wants to get off. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Be both the storm and the calm. In the same man, never openly tell her she's won you over. Don't be the hooked guy, the emotional beggar. Stay in the zone of subtle defense. I'm not convinced yet. You're still hiding things? I can feel it. You feed her ego while denying her total power. She keeps chasing your validation in vain, and that's when she falls. Let her think she's leading the dance, that she's in control. Let her choose the restaurant, the movie, the exact timing. But the big decisions, the atmosphere, the emotional pace, those are yours. She believes she holds power when in reality, every single thing she experiences with you is calculated and orchestrated. Paradoxically, she'll become more attached to what she thinks she's influencing than to what she truly owns. In intimacy, never be a slave to pleasure. Control the rhythm, lock eyes with her, speak little but firmly. Say things like, you don't look at me like that unless you want to be taken the way you deserve. You want me to be gentle? Then earn it. Every moment should be a test. You never beg. You offer surrender under calm dominance, a unique experience no weak man could ever give her. And above all, you never fall in love. Even if she pleads or shakes you to your core, you make her laugh, climax, think, but you always keep part of yourself hidden. Tell her calmly, I am whole, but I only give myself to a woman capable of containing me, which is rare. And in that moment, you become her insatiable quest, not just another companion. A deliberate wound she becomes addicted to. The Stoic man doesn't give himself, he infects. When you master the art of indifference, when you're ready to cut everything off without drama, you become the fantasy for those who want to control you. You've set your boundaries, created absence, driven them crazy. But the real challenge is to keep your heart locked while they spiral into emotional dependence. Never confuse affection with dependence. You can love without losing yourself. You can desire without being its slave. Your rule is simple. If I must betray myself to keep her, then she doesn't deserve me. Enjoy the moment, but never lose your identity. Keep a double life, even in a relationship. Never become a submissive man. Go out without her. Talk to others. Keep building your projects and maintain an air of mystery. Never let anyone possess you completely, because a man without mystery is a dead man in female attraction. The mental switch is seeing her as replaceable. Even if she's stunning, remind yourself, she's replaceable. There will be others. That's not disrespect. It's your key to freedom. The more you believe she's the one, the more you become her slave. Expect nothing. If she doesn't reply, cancels, or hesitates, you don't care. You know what you want and keep moving forward. With no expectations, there is no pain. Without pain, you are untouchable. The more detached you stay, the more she panics. It's a soft revenge. Don't spill your weaknesses like a wounded dog. Speak of your pains as conquests. I went through it, I survived, I built. You are a rock, not an emotional river. Always be ready to leave without noise or explanation. A true Stoic ends everything with a snap of the fingers. She must feel that it can all vanish without a sound and without return. The silence of a man who can disappear is more powerful than any love declaration. Finally, turn her attachment into her mental prison. You become her quiet addiction, her inner storm. Every time she tries to move you, you stay stone cold, but give her just enough to keep her alive. She ends up addicted to your indifference, your calm, your distance. You are the ice she can't melt. You can desire her, sleep with her, even love her a little, but never without keeping your center, because if she takes your center, you're no longer a man, you're an accessory. To conclude, you must forge an unbreakable mental armor. No one should be able to destroy you, not with words, not with actions. Your value never comes from the outside. Repeat, no woman validates me, no compliment elevates me, no rejection lowers me. Your discipline, your calm, your power to say no, those are your true value. You love yourself more than she could ever love you. You can love, but never lose yourself for her. If she ever forces a choice between her and your integrity, you lose her with a smile, because your self-respect is your inviolable temple. You let no emotional imprint take hold of you. She left you, lied to you, cheated on you. You do nothing with it, you erase it and move forward. Dwelling on it kills you, and you don't have time to die for illusions. You thrive in solitude. That's where you become invincible. You don't need anyone to feel complete. You are a silent emperor. Your life is your empire, and whether a woman comes or goes, you remain unshakable. You refuse sexual dependence. You control sex, or it controls you. You smile when she turns you on. You look away when she provokes. You walk at your own pace. Pleasure is a weapon. Be the master. not the toy. Never chase after a woman who rejected you. Ghosting, betrayal, disrespect. That's the end of her chapter in your story. No revenge, no shouting. Only your eternal silence. And while she secretly watches from the shadows, you become a version of yourself she will never reach again. Finally, build your empire beyond the reach of all toxic romance. Your world does not revolve around a her. She is optional, never the mission. You are your own light. You read, you train, you invest, you meditate, you build. You are the man even women admire in silence, not because they love you, but because they respect you. You are no longer the man who seeks to be loved, nor the one who cries when she leaves, nor the one who lives to impress. You are the man who cannot be bought, seduced, or broken. You are the calm in the chaos, the void that pulls them in, the unbreakable wall admired from afar. And that, brother, is when you reach the ultimate level. The invulnerable man doesn't run from women. He moves through them without ever losing his center. Do you want to know why women test you? Why they forget you, ghost you, or show you contempt? Because you never had the balls to put them on the table with a cold, clear no. Because you chased love instead of building your life into an empire. But now you know. You know that the man who chooses himself first is the one they can't ignore. You know that the man who stays calm during the storm is the one women secretly call in their minds. Don't be an average man. Become their silent obsession. If this woke you up, hit like, comment, I walk my own path, and share it with a brother who's lost his way. Subscribe, because what's coming next will blow your mind. And remember, you're not here to be understood. You're here to be respected. The Modern Stoic. See you soon, or not, because I'm still moving forward.